Greetings there, my fellow crafters. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Icarus, Volcanic, Prometheus. Episode 3, Improving Tech to Tier 2. Well, I'm eager to get my crafting bench because I no longer have the inventory space to, like, store stuff. And we're getting really close to level 10. I have not yet marked down this deep drill site, so that's where I'll head now as I work to 10. Feel like I'm gonna get hit by some weather here. Not that I have any, like, reason. There's no, like, weather prediction beyond just like, hey, storm's happening. But, like, I don't know. Spidey sense. How's my armor holding up? Let's repair it. It's not like it's gonna break, but it's also not like bone is a hard resource to come by, given that I'm surrounded by things to kill. So much so that I might not even bother with the rabbits. Don't see much of a point to kill them. It's not a lot of experience. One of the advantages of leaving the rabbits around is if at level 10, hypothetically, you could start taming animals, which I will and do intend to do. And rabbit corpses are pretty easy to move around for taming purposes. Can you review the storm levels based upon the symbols in the upper right? Yes. So, every day you have a storm chance, and your storm chance is dependent on the forecast for the day. And in my case, like, the biggest storm that could happen today would be, oh, shoot, that's a cave jaw. Or stone jaw. Would be a tier 4 storm, not to say that's the maximum storm. So, like, on green days, you can't have bad storms, but on, like, orange days and red days, you can have mega storms. So it's not a guarantee that you will get a storm, it's just signaling how bad the storm could possibly be at worst case scenario if a storm was to happen. So, like, the 3 days ahead of me now has some decent storm chance, and then there's some fairer weather on the distant horizon, which is that green sliver at the maximum right of that forecast bar. Okay, I wanted to check the resources over here. The other thing I could be doing is collecting stone and iron. Knowing that tier 2 tech is about to unlock to me, I'm gonna want stone to make the furnace and iron to make the anvil. Ugh, seriously? Are you kidding me? More platinum? So I found 2 platinum deep drill sites, and then coal and scoria and stone. Troll me harder, shall ya? Good lord. Yes, the deep drill sites are random. Random but fixed. They're random per server, so if I log out and log in, they won't change. But if I made a new Prometheus, they would change. Oh, here's the storm that I thought I was going to get. And it's not a... It's a tier 5 storm, so I'm definitely going to want to be not out in the open, because this storm is a bad one. You can see the orange symbol there. It's like a level 4 storm or something like that. So working my way back. Luckily, the storm takes a minute to ramp up. And then the severity of the storm is the red and orange parts are the parts you do not want to be caught out in the open for. So not the entire duration of the storm isn't equal. It gets progressively worse over time. You know what? I don't know what happened here, but I will benefit from it. I'm not sure what... you know what? Actually, this kind of worries me. Because there's not a lot that could kill 2 boars. It's possible that, that there is a cave, stone jaw. No, it's a spider. Okay. That I can handle. Spiders can kill boars, if they get their fire attack off early and just burn the thing to death. And I'm almost certainly going to aggro this thing as I waddle by. No? Really? No? Okay. I'll take it. So I'm going to take my own advice and mine up stone to level up to level 10, because I know I'm about to use a whole bunch of stone for level 10 tech, tier 2 tech. The weather effects of these storms are also interesting. The ash and stuff like ash can clog your processors. So if you check here, ash clog. The crafting speed is dramatically reduced because of the ash in the air. So that's another... I mean, it's not super challenging to deal with, but it's another another thing you have to contend with for this biome. So we hit 10. Current priority is to build tier 2 tech. So we'll get the crafting bench first. And I need 50 wood for that. I have 16. So we'll have to, once the storm's over, go grab wood from an adjacent tree or something. And then I'm going to want to get an anvil bench and a stone furnace. A stone furnace is going to be 80 stone. That's why I've been stockpiling the stone. And then the anvil bench is 40 ingots, which is also rather expensive. I do have a lot of stone, actually, in here. So that's good. So I guess it's more of a matter of requiring the wood. And then I'm also going to want to get an oxide dissolver, oxygen bladder, water skin. Those are going to be really important. A contact device and orbital exchange interface, also really important. A cooking station and a potbelly stove. The potbelly stove is less important than the cooking station, but the cooking station allows you to make animal fat, which is going to be really helpful for getting lanterns. I'm going to want a wood crop plot, longbow, mortar and pestle, crushed bone, epoxy. And I have 2 points left over. Let's do textile bench. And a iron pick. I think pretty reasonable choices, all things considered. Just waiting on the worst of the storm to pass, and then we'll go get some trees knocked down for crafting. Alright, the worst of the storm is mostly past. Let's do it. Still half liter water in there. Oh, why is there a stone jaw right there? Goodness. So I know on the top of the hill there was... I mean, there's trees around. I just have to skirt around the stone jaw. There was trees right over there, too. The trees are in static, fixed positions, so once you know the volcanic basalt expansion well, you know where to go, where not to go, etc., etc. Alright, the storm's basically over, so my exposure's dropping, and I'm able to move more freely again. And I need to stay clear of that stone jaw. $45 wood. So there's a tree right there that would let me hit crafting bench 50. I just can't get close at the moment. There's some sort of massive battle happening over there too. The stone jaw. Where did it go? I'm going to try to sneak up and harvest. Oh, the spider spotted me. As long as the spiders are not the jaw. Okay, I don't have a ton of carry weight left. They took down a boar, but I don't need the meat that bad. Chala and boar. Okay. And rabbit. Oh. Not a headshot. Okay. We're not dead. Well, I guess I did die of hyperthermia once, but I haven't died since. Nothing but my inability to regulate my body temperature has killed me yet. Alright, let's get back, and actually I can whip up the crafting bench on me. But we'll want to put it down. Ow, that was a rabbit. I shouldn't have wasted an arrow on that. Oh well, live and learn. Knowing that Stonejaw was prowling the neighborhood, I'm definitely on high alert, but I haven't re-spotted it. So I think I'm safe. Maybe. Alright. Cook more food. Getting lots of bacon. Now that we have the crafting bench, let's get the oxide dissolve. Oh, apparently this is not quite in shelter. So, no, it's reading shelter. It's just lying to me. I'm going to move it anyway. So there's a indicator overlay on the top right of a bench to tell you whether it's, like, properly in shelter or not. And it was reading in shelter, but then not. Sometimes when you're close to cave entryways, it will, like, kind of lie to you. It's that straight above my head that says shelter. And if it wasn't sheltered, it would have, like, a red slash through it, indicating that it wasn't fully sheltered. So the oxide dissolver and the stone furnace. And with the oxide dissolver coming out, we are going to get rid of this oxidizer and recoup the oxide out of it. So this dissolver is going to be way, way, way better. So we're going to break down the old and deploy the new. And in the rules, the deployables that I'm not allowed to break down are the ones that I haven't built myself. But breaking down deployables that I built myself is fine. Just to make that clear. Okay, so now we have the oxygen bladder and oxide, and then I just need a little sulfur to prime the filtration, which is honestly everywhere on this planet, or in this biome. Done. So we have oxygen. Let's start to get the furnace running. Alright, there's clearly a drac fighting above me. So again, I don't have a lot of wood to burn, so coal is our fuel of choice here. I really only want to burn wood when I need charcoal for the water filter, and not any other reason. Or charcoal for, like, medicine or something like that. Alright, so here we go. We've got our lovely furnace, and now I'm going to need to go after, iron, because we're going to want an anvil as soon as possible. This might be on the edge of shelter as well. Because it stopped randomly, which usually indicates that it was, like, thought it was not sheltered properly for a moment. Okay. So we're working on the anvil bench, which needs more wood than I currently have. And then I'd also like to get the potbelly stove and anvil. And we're going to want the contact device and orbital exchange, which is going to be vitally important because, if you're wondering, for me to be able to have wood, I have to plant crops for it. But there is no dirt in the volcanic biome, so I have to import dirt from space. I have to basically pay UDA or Sinotai, the orbital exchange, for dirt. That's the only way I'll be able to have a renewable source of wood. So, yeah. Let's get some iron. Oh, actually, let's first get the mortar and pestle, because that will give me some crafting experience. Grinding the bones up into powdered bone and then oxide. Or epoxy, rather, not oxide. And I don't want to necessarily do it to all my bone because I still need, like, bone spears, bone arrows. But there we go. There's a batch. That should be good for my experience. The water skin that I've got is going to go to my 7 slot, so I can drink. And you just have to be very careful not to get sulfuric water in your... to ever drink sulfuric water. Now that I have 685 hit points from, like, all the prime meat and everything that I've eaten, I could probably survive sulfuric water poisoning, but, like, it wouldn't be fun. Because it would do hundreds of damage to me because I drank the wrong water once ever. And now that the water filter is emptied out, I can relocate it. Finally. So let's go get charcoal and prime that up. So my charcoal is here. Yeah, with all the regular meat that I have cooked up and stocked up, I could just eat that to outpace the sulfuric water poisoning, but it would super suck still. A boar and a boar. Dibs. So, I could explore the cave I live near for iron and copper needed for the contact device, anvil, orbital exchange, and potbelly stove, and everything else. So let's go ahead and do that. And for that, I'm going to... Oh, that was just a redback. For that, I'm going to need to grab probably thatch tier stuff, which means I need to level up, because there's going to be a lot of ores that I'm not going to be able to reach. So I'm going to want to unlock, I'm going to want to level up and then unlock thatch. So I think for now, my plan is to find metals, because the reason is this cave has bees, I've heard them. So I'm not going to be able to kill beehives without ramps of some sort. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to seek out iron that's just like on the ground so that I can make the anvil that way. What are you doing? Getting water, I guess? We're just looking for surface iron and kills so I can level. Oh, I don't like that. Nope. Do not poop on me. Can't I just shoot the beehive? Yeah, I don't have a lot of arrows. And I don't really want to waste my, like, very tiny supply of sticks shooting beehives. Plus, beehives respawn, like, stupidly fast. Like, I'll kill them and, like, 2 minutes later there'll be more. Maybe not 2 minutes, but, like, 10 minutes later there'll be more. So, it's an unending swarm of nonsense that I don't have the resources to throw at. So I don't think it's a good investment of my time, energy, or any other health, arrows. Drac. Is that another? Yeah, it must be another Drac. Oh no, it's Spidey. Now, one of the disadvantages I have in this fight is a lot of my spear talent points are to critical damage, but the critical damage hit point spots on those spiders suck to hit. So the big bonuses that I get on crit hits with the spear aren't really applied to the spider fights. Puts me in a little bit of a disadvantage for them, but whatever. As long as I'm careful. I think I hear another Drac. And I know I need more wood. What I'm hoping to do is to... Oh, yeah, okay, there's dead Dracs. What I'm hoping to do is to, level up, which should happen right now. Yep. And to get... Iron Axe. And I'll need 5 wood to make the Iron Axe. Because that's going to increase the yield that I get off of the trees I harvest by a lot. And if I'm really... I mean, I don't need to be this conservative, but I could also pick up precision logging in the talent tree. Or if I was really crazy, pick up lumber yield. Honestly, lumber yield is not that terrible. Because I'm going to want wood breakdown eventually to be able to turn wood into sticks. Because once I start growing crops for wood... There aren't a lot of crops that you can grow for sticks easily. And I could potentially buy seeds for like brambles or something, but it might make more sense for me to grow wood and turn it into sticks rather than grow sticks. So for my talent points, combat, let's go with go all day. This map looks rough. Yeah, it is. I definitely, I died a lot at the start. Only once this run, but I had to do this is my third restart because I got pretty unlucky. A lot of it is like RNG, like random luck, right? You can get screwed right at the landing if you get like some sort of apex predator on top of you right as you land. It's like, good night, you're dead. You don't have the stamina, health, tools, weapons, armor to survive it. It'll take you out. Yeah, let's do it. So the next thing I want to make is the anvil. How much wood do I have? So the anvil costs 20 wood. And I have... How much wood did I have back home? I think I needed more wood. Luckily, I have the ability to do overland travel now, because I have the oxygen bladder and the water skin. Which is going to make that a lot easier to deal with. I'm so full of, like, meat from killing these Dracs. They keep dropping the fatty T-bones over and over and over. That I'm like, encumbered by Drac slaughter. I think I heard another Drac over here, too. Yeah, it's right there. I don't have carry for it, so I'm gonna mosey on home. Start smelting the iron I got. But I should take a gander at how much wood I need to make an axe. Oh, okay. And then make an axe as soon as possible so that I can get higher yield from the trees that I harvest. So I've got what for wood? 3? Okay, yeah, I'm obviously going to need some. Some of the extra meat and stuff, I'm just going to, like, dump into the seed extractor because I just don't have a better place for it. I have more meat than I know what to do with. As you can see, I've just a bajillion stacks of it here. Right? Stacks upon stacks upon stacks of prime meat. So I could cook it on coal. It's not a big waste, but I just don't have a need for it. One of the things I can do is if I do find myself in combat is I can just eat a whole lot of prime meat for healing, which is what I've been doing up until now because the herbalism healing stuff that I have access to requires like flour and other resources that I'm absolutely not going to be able to find here in the you know, in the lava flats. So, in order to get... In fact, I'll just have the wood on me. In order to get the anvil and the iron axe, which is what I want next, so let me update the priority. Make an anvil and iron axe. I need 25 wood, I think. 20 and 5, yes. So I need 25 wood. So I don't want to harvest any more wood than exactly 25. So I leave all the other trees unharvested so that they're higher yield when I have the iron tool. You want to go? Where are... Okay, you're doing your lunge attack? No, where are you going? You're fighting me, maybe? No, don't touch me. With any luck, maybe I'll harvest some iron off this guy. Yep, 10. Sweet. Okay, so we need a little bit more wood, and I am willing to travel for it. It is getting late in the day, but I should still have enough daylight to head out. Oh, don't you dare. To head out and find some trees. Most of the trees are immediately in my vicinity, have been harvested, so I have to travel farther and farther and farther. So the trees there I've already gotten. So we'll head west. While I'm at K2, there is some deep mining here and here in the northwest corner of G2 that I could hit up, but that's not my priority. It's just if I happen to be in the area, I could go for it. So food, water, meat, oxygen, all filled up. And once I have that axe, the next big goal is to get a contact device. Because for me to survive sustainably, I'm going to need to start planting things that yield wood when harvested, basically like coconut trees. And so if I don't start farming coconut trees, I can't progress any farther. Unless I, like, just by sheer stupid levels of luck, get a quest reward of, like, raw wood, which is very unusual. Alright, so up here we've got, I think, no trees? Cactus fiber, but, or whatever this bulbous orb fiber is, but no trees. So we'll keep moving. We do have a cave here, I think. I'm at J2. No, there's a cave over here, though. And for now, I'm only going after the wood, not the surface iron. Yeah, there's a cave at the northwest corner of J2. Drax and dead spiders. Spiders. Alright, here's some trees. This should put me in the 25 mark. So I only want 25, and any other trees I'm going to leave behind. So I'm at... what was that? I'm at 14. 26, perfect. So the rest of these trees I'm going to leave, and this is middle of J2, mid-north J2. The rest of these trees I'm going to leave when I have my iron axe. Because I'll get a lot more wood for them at that point. Yeah, there's scotia rock outcroppings everywhere on this map, which are not deep mining sites. So it does, at quick glance, look like there's deep mining everywhere, but there's almost no deep mining here. With that said, the volcanic zone does continue down this way. Just getting there is perilous, to say the least. Not something I'm going to be able to do on this stream, more than likely. Unless I get insanely lucky, and, oh, you little jerk. Oh, try it again. I dare you. Or not. Buzz off, buzzard. So the overarching theme, the big challenge of Prometheus, is that it is got biomes that are way more difficult than the standard maps. Just how hostile they are. And then also some of it is completely uncharted. Which is like the null sector. That's what it's referred to as. And I don't suspect I'll be able to get to the null sector this marathon. But it wouldn't necessarily be against the rules for me to harvest the null sector. That would be permissible if I was able to get out there. I just didn't bother putting in the rules specifically because I think the chances of me being able to manage that this sitting is low to none. But who knows? Alright, talent points. Cheaper spear crafting. And what I'm working in is spear parry. If I'm holding spear, my melee resistance goes up. That's the big one I want. That way, with my bone armor and my spear parry skills, I can be like a little tank. And let's start working towards the precision logging and minor rewards. What I intend to do is then to eventually unlock the Lone Wolf XP bonuses in the sort of longer run. All right. So for me to get the anvil, I have the wood, but not quite the iron yet. I'm missing a tiny bit of iron. So that's what I need to nab next. Oh my god, I have so much meat. I have so much meat, it's like weighing me down. So I'm gonna put some of it away. Now I'm running out of the alternative prime meat that I had, but maybe I will find myself able to make crispy bacon, like better quality bacon, once I have a cooking station and potbelly stove up. Alright, so let's get some of the surface iron that I've bypassed. And I also have the... Well, you know what? We don't have to go anywhere. I'll just get thatch building sets and make some thatch ramps to do it within this cave. Because I haven't even bothered to fully make this cave safe, and I don't really have to go anywhere for the resources I lack. What I do need to do is to make another torch, though. Because my current torch is about to fizzle out. And at level 15, I'll be able to get a lantern, which will be a lot more resource efficient. So let's make 5 thatch ramps. And that should help me move around. The other thing that I'll probably want is a hammer sooner or later. But I don't want to make a wooden hammer because a wooden hammer is repaired by wood, which I don't have a lot of. So I'm going to want a, like a metal hammer. So I'm going to skip over the wood hammer entirely because the repair bill for fixing wood hammers break so fast and they repair so expensively with volcano resources available. So it's one of the reasons why I didn't bother to try to set myself up with like a thatch building or something like that, because the repair costs would put me in the in such wood debt that I would be dead. Alright, so 2 more ingots smelted makes the anvil, and then the axe itself will require a ingot of nails, and then 5 ingots of iron for unlock, and then I'll go get more wood. There it is. So the axe requires iron nails, which is just, oops, didn't mean to do that, which is 1 ingot's worth. And then leather and wood. So 3 more ingots and I'll have, Yeah, 2 more ingots now, and I'll have my axe. So after we make this, oh, there goes the torch. After we make this, I want to go for the cooking station and potbelly stove, I think. Which is, the cooking station doesn't require wood, and the potbelly stove doesn't require wood, so it's very resource efficient to go that route. Right? It's just like sticks and fiber. It's wonderfully cheap. There we go. X. And obviously get a pick too. If I can get a pick right now, that'd be ideal, because then if I go out iron mining, I can mine better. Oh, but I need wood for that. So let's sleep real quick. What do you mean I didn't have a campfire? Excuse you? It's right there. Okay, I need to move it closer or something. It's being stupid. Let's put it here. There we go. I think the campfire, for whatever reason, was like registered as outside. Thank you for tuning in to Icarus, Volcanic, Prometheus, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow prospectors.